One of the very few players for West Virginia that we were hoping not to see their name enter the transfer portal just hit the transfer portal. Let's talk about it. What's going on, Mountaineer Nation? Welcome back into the Country Roads webcast here for another transfer portal update. Funny enough, our second transfer portal update of December 4th here. Probably should have just waited a little bit longer before the one I released earlier, but didn't think we would have any more transfers breaking throughout the day today. And unfortunately, we had one break right as soon as I went with a live stream that I did a little bit ago to announce West Virginia's bowl game. Saw that break, so real quickly threw together the stuff to get a live stream going. And as I'm pulling up the tweet there to show on the screen for the bowl game, I see that Josiah Trotter has announced his intentions to enter the transfer portal, and instantly I was upset. Had been happy earlier in the day because it's signing day here on December 4th. West Virginia still put together a good class with 21 signings despite the coaching change. So I thought, hey, it's a positive day. Things are looking up. And the West Virginia's bowl game's announced. We're going to have that to talk about. But then unfortunately get hit with one of the very few transfers that I was hoping not to see hit the portal. I know that there's going to be a lot of this movement for the Mountaineers with the coaching change occurring, but was really hoping we would be able to keep Josiah Trotter. Really promising young player here. Had a great year's redshirt freshman season, but seemingly not going to be the case here. Pete Thamel from ESPN, the first one to break this news. We'll share his tweet here on the screen as he states, WVU starting linebacker Josiah Trotter is entering the NCAA transfer portal. He told ESPN. Trotter had 92 tackles last year for the Mountaineers, 4 TFLs and an interception. The son of NFL Pro Bowler Jeremiah Trotter Sr. and brother of current Eagles linebacker Jeremiah Trotter Jr., of course. This coming out today, and since then, Josiah Trotter sharing on social media as well, at least graciously to Mountaineer Nation, that he appreciates us for everything as he puts that out on social media. Of course, we wish he would stay, but definitely wish him the best. Great freshman season. The one area he struggled in a little bit was pass coverage, but I still believe that could come along. And I think he's going to be a very talented player in college and probably have an excellent pro career as well. Led West Virginia in tackles right there near the top, near tied with Anthony Wilson. I think they're both at 90 plus, but also was one of the higher graded players in tackling for the Mountaineers, 87 plus tackling grade on the season, according to PFF. One of the reasons West Virginia had a high tackling grade, that was one of the higher tackling grades in the Big 12, according to PFF, all season. Josiah Trotter, one of the very few bright spots of a West Virginia defense that really struggled this season. So hate to hear of him entering the transfer portal, but with it happening here in our latest transfer portal update, we now again have to share our transfer portal tracker one more time and add, unfortunately, Josiah Trotter's name to the transfer out list, which now has gone up to 5 people here. It's 6, including Bryce Biggs, the preferred walk-on, but 5 people up on our list here as we're only tracking the scholarship players here on our offseason transfer portal tracker here on the CRW. And once we get some transfers in, it'll be nice to add some to that part of the list as well. But this is what we have at this point. Like I said, this is subject to change at any moment. So I'm going to start putting dates on these transfer portal updates. You'll see on this one, it'll say 12/4 WVU transfer portal update. And then from here on out, there'll be dates attached to those. And we'll be doing roster updates throughout the season throughout the off season, that'll function in the same manner. If you've been here following the channel in the past, you know how this goes. But now we're getting to this portion of the season where we're going to have the transfer portal updates coming, the recruiting updates coming, and of course, coaching search updates. Can't forget that. So be sure to stay tuned with us. But for now, a disappointing out in the transfer portal that hopefully West Virginia is able to backfill when the new coach comes in with another strong linebacker to replace him, or maybe Reed Carrico, if he stays around, is able to really step into a full-time role and continue some strong play that he showed this season. But hate to see Josiah Trotter go. Wish him the best. But those are the 5 transfers out for West Virginia to this point. Raleigh Collins, Josiah Jackson, Will Dixon, and TJ Crandall, covered in a previous video on the channel. And then Josiah's news here breaking on its own, gets its own video here right today on December 4th as well here on the CRW. But there you have it, Mountaineer Nation. Don't shoot the messenger. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. West Virginia losing Josiah Trotter to the transfer portal, but I think still yet there will be more bright news on the horizon with a coaching hire. Maybe he brings some, exciting players along with him. You never know what can happen as West Virginia will build a new roster for 2025. And look no further for proof of how exciting it can be despite replacing a lot of your roster than what WVU basketball is doing right now, replacing their entire roster, whole new team, and having a lot of fun watching those guys. So hopefully the 2025 WVU football team will turn out the same way. Regardless, follow along with us here on the CRW as that roster is built and as we lead up to that 2025 season. Find out who the coach is, find out who the players will be. We'll follow it every step along the way and keep you guys updated with transfers out and transfers in future transfer portals updates like this one. So if you're into that kind of stuff, be sure to subscribe here to the channel and become a channel member to support us monthly. That helps us as well. If you'd want to do that, you can do that as well, and you get bonus content including WVU game rewatches, film reviews, player grades videos, snap counts, injury reports, depth chart projections, all kinds of great stuff there, and we appreciate you doing that. But the fast, easy, and free way, hit that thumbs up button before you exit out of this video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Keep up with these transfer portal updates, recruiting updates, coaching search updates, and everything as this West Virginia football offseason progresses. Until next time, I'm Jordan Cruz, and let's go Mountaineers.